What's going on, YouTube? Today's book is The Two Income Trap. Let's get straight into it. All right. Why is it that even with two incomes in a household, so many families are still drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and feeling like financial freedom is slipping away? Today, we're diving into The Two Income Trap, a book that reveals the hidden money trap many modern families fall into and why it's a must-read if you want to escape it. This book was written by Elizabeth Warren and Amelia Warren. This book isn't just theory, it's based on real research into middle-class families, mortgages, and spending habits. Sounds good so far, right? Especially for anyone that have a family, All right, so this is the first idea of the book. Why two incomes don't equal safety. You would think two incomes mean more money, mean more security. Not necessarily. Let's get into it. Why two incomes don't equal safety. Families used to thrive on one income with the second as backup. Back in the day, the second income was a backup income. Now the second income in 2025 going forward is mandatory. You need two incomes. Today, both incomes are often required just to afford the basics. So this is food, housing, transportation, childcare, things like that, just the basics. You need two incomes just to afford the basics. And this is the trap. The trap is when both incomes are locked in, right? So you have two people working, the kid is at daycare. So now two people are locked in at their jobs working, I want to say 40 hours a week. That's a lot of time for both people to be working, outside of not raising a child and things like that. The trap, when both incomes are locked in, there's no safety net if one person loses their job. Self-explanatory. This is idea number 2. The bidding war for the middle class dream. Okay. Or what does that mean? So parents stretch budgets for good schools, and that equals higher mortgages. So if you want a good school and get closer to a better school district and get a nice affordable house that you guys would like, that means higher mortgages. Because you would be paying, if you want your child to go to public school and you want to be in that school district, you might pay more on your mortgage, definitely higher because of their circumstance. So yeah, families end up over leveraged just to get into the right neighborhood. This is the third idea. Okay, why this book is still relevant. This book was written years ago, but it's still relevant today. So housing, education, cost, and debt pressures are even worse today. And I would like to add childcare into that too, because childcare is very expensive, and it seems like it gets more and more expensive. So that is a lot. All right, this is idea number 3. Why this book is still relevant. Well, I already said that. Scratch that. So the two income trap isn't just about money. It's a reality check and a roadmap to avoid financial mistakes. So if you're in a 2-parent household and you both work full-time, shouldn't money be easier? Right? You would think so. I think so. The shocking truth is, it is often the opposite. So I have a relatable story, okay? Let's say a couple buys a home in a good school district. Daycare, cars. On paper, they seem secure, right? But in reality, one missed paycheck and it all collapses. So this is the lesson from that. The illusion of security. So one income was enough in the past, and that second income was a backup. That is not reality today. Today's reality is 2 parents have to work. Now both are required. Lose one, no safety net. Okay, so this is the second lesson. The competition for normal. Okay, so families compete for schools, stretching budgets, etc. Middle class costs, they skyrocket. Debt traps grow, and things just spiral out of control at that point. This is the third lesson and why this matters. So why this matters today. This book is older, but more relevant than ever. cost of housing, healthcare, and education are worse. That's why this book matters. Security isn't how much you make, it's about how much risk you carry. So yeah. So basically, guys, this is just a quick review of the book, The Two Income Trap. So even without kids, people often spend more when they have two incomes. Bigger apartments, nicer cars, eating out, and more. What this book does is shows you how easy it is to lock yourself into big expenses that trap you. 2, it exposes housing and debt pressures early on. It talks about student loans, credit cards, etc. Understanding this before settling down can benefit you and your family before you have one. Number 3, it teaches risk management. If you learn early, you can build savings, investments, or side income before you take on bigger responsibilities. That is like the main point of that book. Like, you have to really understand that. Number 4, it prepares you for long-term choices. Meaning what? Okay. It shows you how decisions about schools, neighborhoods, and lifestyles often trap families. Just that alone. Even if you don't have kids, reading it now gives you a mental map so you're not caught off guard later on in life. So definitely it's beneficial for single people and for families. So it doesn't really matter. Then number 5, it makes you think about financial freedom differently. What do I mean by that? This book is like a financial awareness book, in my opinion, disguised as a parenting book. People might think it's a parenting book because of the title, but it's really a financial awareness book, and this is why, in my opinion. The sooner you can read it, the more mistakes you can avoid before life gets complicated. So once you have a family, you have a house, you have all these obligations, it's not going to be easy. You can't backpedal and just change certain things. Now you have a different reality that you're dealing with, and some people are trapped with mortgages and etc. Things like that. So if you want to avoid financial mistakes that keep families stuck, the two income trap is a must read. I'm sorry, even if you're single right now. Definitely get the book, check it out.